America will touch upon obesity and some general statistics and provide information to assist you in starting your own plan to live healthier. This is Ed's 10th and final speech toward the second Advanced Community Bronze ABC Award. Please, I'll welcome Ed Thelen. Time requested for the timer is 79 minutes, and it's with my pleasure.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters. With healthcare costs continuing to rise, despite the implementation of healthcare reform, we need to take a look at the root causes why healthcare in America is so expensive. I believe one of the reasons why medical costs continue to climb is due to a shift to more sedentary lifestyles, which has led to an increased obesity rate. This evening, I would like to share with you some staggering statistics regarding obesity to show you why this is an epidemic in our society and provide those who are obese, or just those people who want to start living better, a workable plan to live a healthier lifestyle. According to the Center for Disease Control, or CDC, obesity is based upon calculating a body mass index, or BMI, using a formula based upon your height and weight. A person with a BMI of 30 or greater is considered obese, between 25 and 30 overweight, and under 25 healthy. Here are some additional facts related to obesity. More than 72 million Americans, that's almost a quarter of our population, are considered obese. Obesity is a contributing cause to many other health problems, including heart disease, diabetes, stroke, and some types of cancer. Annual medical costs related to obesity were estimated at $114 billion, yes, billion as in B, dollars in 2009. Costs of lost productivity due to obesity were estimated at $44 billion per year. And those are from the Society of Actuaries. The good news is that most cases of obesity can be eliminated with behavioral modifications. Improved diet and exercise are the keys to getting healthier and reducing the number of obese individuals in this country. I will focus mostly on discussing exercise as part of living a healthier lifestyle, since I personally have been working hard in this aspect over the last year. However, I did want to share with you some do's and don'ts with you regarding nutrition provided to me by one of the trainers I've been able to work with, Rob. Do buy more fruits and vegetables. I think that's been ingrained in our minds since grade school. Do increase fish in your diet for the proteins and acids that are contained in fish. Do make healthy choices for snacks. Maybe you want to choose that granola bar over the candy bar. Do eat breakfast. Hey, we've always been told it's the most important meal of the day. And do vary the types of foods you eat to take in different nutrients into your body. As far as the don'ts, don't cut out carbohydrates, despite what some of those fad diets might tell you. Don't eat too close to bedtime, as your body won't be able to digest everything. And finally, don't starve the body. You might think it's good to not eat and reduce the amount of calories you're intaking per day, but when you don't eat, your body then has to break down protein in order to keep up your metabolism, and that's not good whether you're trying to lose weight or you're an athlete trying to train for an event. In selecting an exercise program, I would highly recommend using the services of a personal trainer, and here are some reasons why provided to me by my current trainer, Jose. Personal trainers can provide exercises that machines cannot duplicate. Trainers can assess a person's fitness level, tailor exercises accordingly, and modify them as progress is made or obstacles occur. Personal trainers also provide motivation to push you further and proper encouragement if you struggle. From personal experience, I've benefited from using training for all of these reasons. However, if you really feel you cannot afford a trainer, here are some recommendations for putting together an exercise program provided to me by the 3 trainers I've had the opportunity to work with, Andrew, Rob, and Jose. I do have a few general rules before discussing a workout plan. Good posture by maintaining your body in a straight line, whether you're standing up or you're on the floor, is important. Also, maintaining your breathing will allow you to finish all the repetitions, especially as you're struggling near the end of a set. Core exercises that should be used throughout the workout will include push-ups. So normally you might do them on the floor, but I'm going to demonstrate on the side here. Keeping your elbows slightly bent, pushing down, then pushing back up. Pull-ups over a bar or rows where your arms would move horizontally like this. Squats, and I'll demonstrate. Basically a squat with no weights is just going down and pushing up. Lunges, you keep your feet split and kind of go down and up. And sit-ups, where I would recommend putting your arms in front of you if you're doing open sit-ups, just so you don't strain your neck behind your back. If you need more diagrams to visualize these exercises, I would recommend checking the internet to help you. These are basics that will give you a good foundation of strength. Start out your workout by using a dynamic, functional warm-up to increase the heart rate, engage the nervous system, and get your entire body moving. Exercises would include jogging, lunges moving forward, backward, and side to side, arm circles, and high planks, which a plank is kind of holding the push-up before you go down, or doing the full push-up itself. The main workout should consist of the core exercises mentioned previously while using weights. I think we're all familiar with either dumbbells in our hands or using a bar with weights. Medicine balls, picture this basketball with an 8 to 16 pound weight in it. Or bands, you can either use a stretchy band like the one I have in my hands, or the ones I use at the gym are actually ropes that have some tension attached to them, and they have handles on the end to do the exercises. The additional equipment can be used in conjunction with those exercises, for example, lunges using weights, or done separately. Start off with explosive exercises, such as snatches or pull presses. Heavier exercises, such as squats with deadlifts, should be done next. This should be followed by exercises strengthening the back, which would include the pull-ups or the rows that I mentioned previously, with single joint exercises, such as curls, triceps, and calf exercises being done last. Varying the exercises, as I learned through workouts and training, is important to exercise various parts of the body. There are 2 exercises I would recommend for warming down. These would be a set of planks and static, which means sitting down stretches. Make sure the stretches stretch muscles in your groin, hamstrings, quads, calves, shoulders, and back. I challenge you to use the nutrition and exercise information I have provided to begin a new routine which will allow you to feel better both physically and mentally. When I started my physical fitness journey 12 months ago, my BMI was very close, if not at that 30 mark. With the information above, which I have used, my BMI is now between the borderline between overweight and healthy at 25. I also feel better about how my body looks. Proper exercise and nutrition will assist in the fight in controlling healthcare costs in America by reducing obesity. Madam Toastmaster.
evaluating Ed, who did the speech on all of our healthy topics.
Ed did a speech titled Combating Obesity in America. He asked for 8 minutes, and it was designed to be a media speech, something done in front of a camera or an audio tape or something like that that would be broadcast. We didn't have a tape to replay, but I think the talk itself was an excellent summary of the role of exercise in particular in combating obesity. It gave a lot of very easy to understand examples of various and demonstrations of exercises so that someone watching or listening, you could have done either and still understood what he was talking about with those exercises. He didn't just demonstrate the push-up or one of the other exercises. He described what he was doing while he was doing it, so it would have been good for both audio and visual. I like the choice of props with the basketball. Didn't have a medicine ball on hand, but it does give you a pretty good idea of what a medicine ball is gonna be like. Throw up, an 8-pound weight in the middle of this, and you've got yourself a ball, a medicine ball, as well as the rubber band for the exercise band. He also explained those props while he was, this is a basketball. I think it's fair to assume that people understand what a basketball is, or at least the idea of how big a basketball is. Say, this is a basketball, put an 8-pound weight in it. This is a rubber band, it's just design, and you also described other types of exercise bands. So that was good, again, for audio and visual. You were very good with your limitation of your range away from the podium. And if you had a camera on you, audio doesn't really make any difference, but if you had a camera on you, you wouldn't be able to go very far because you can only be inside the frame of that camera. It doesn't make any sense to do a demonstration behind the podium because no one would see it, but you went only far enough to do that demonstration without leaving what I think would be a normal frame for a camera. A recommendation for improvement was a couple of the gestures and emphasis points were pretty obvious that they were your emphasis, or I'm going to do this gesture now. And you could kind of tell on a few of them that is what you were going to do, and it was a little bit scripted. I think you are a very experienced speaker at this point, and the next step for you is to try and make it flow more naturally and just make it feel like you're just doing it. I also think the title was a little misleading. It was focused on obesity, but it was really more of a description of exercises that you can do that would help with obesity, but it wasn't something that you got a lot of information about obesity in America. This was really a get out there and exercise. There wasn't very much about the dietary and nutrition. You mentioned it, but you didn't talk very much about it. And I think you obviously care about doing this stuff. You can get that passion into it a little bit more, especially if you're in front of a camera. You can get that passion to project a little bit more, and I think that would be the next room for improvement. Otherwise, great job.